a nerve-wracking day.
Why?
You guys and Queens of the Stone Age, back-to-back interviews. I'm already a high-strung person. Whew. I can't wait to have a beer when this is done.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
You don't need to worry about us.
Well, yeah, but I do though, because see, here's where the rub is with me and bands that I really like. If it's a band that I'm about, I can power right through. Mm-hmm. But then when it's a band that I really dig, then there's a bit of that fanboy stuff that starts popping out. And that's what I'm trying to control. So here, I'm bringing it down. I'm going to do my best professional interview as I
You're doing very well so far.
Together we can all do this.
We can all do this. So I had the fortune of seeing you guys on Saturday. I was in Austin at ACL.
Oh.
Now I want to talk about this. I got to talk about this.
Right.
Because I know you guys had troubles. I guess it was with pedals.
With cables and amps weren't turning on, basically, yeah.
But from where I was standing and watching from my vantage point, it was a flipping phenomenal show. Like, I loved it. I thought it was great.
Oh, thanks.
So when you are, a few days away from that, this kind of already answered my question with your facial expressions, but do you look back at that and go, whew, I can't wait for this weekend and us able to do it again? Or do you go back and go, you know what, this song was messed up, but we powered through for the rest?
I kind of, when stuff goes wrong and breaks, I almost feel like, I'm almost like, see, it can go wrong. And what we do is real,
Sure.
We don't play to a backing track or a click, and we just plug in and go. And when that breaks, it's proof that that we are taking some element, some sort of a risk up there.
Yeah.
And also, I think as well, when stuff goes wrong, it forces you to go in a different direction, and you have to dig from somewhere else that you didn't think you were going to have to. So I think, in the case of ACL, like, part of me was like incredibly frustrated because people would come to see us and shit was breaking. But on the other hand, the songs that we did manage to make stuff work for, I felt like had this kind of whole new energy to them.
Absolutely.
It's exciting. So. It's like you want to see people on the cusp of losing their minds, which I certainly was at the time.
I saw a band once kick over a whole entire like amp bed, or amp rack thing, and it was one of the coolest things that I've ever seen. Like, that's the only time I've ever seen anything destroyed on stage. I gotta say, I was kind of hoping for that with you guys too, just because.
He threw the amps over.
Oh, you did? Well, so then I didn't see that particular part of it then.
Yeah, I was pissed off.
Okay, well, see, I shouldn't make light of that. I apologize.
Well, no, it was, in hindsight, very funny.
Did you guys bowl in Kansas City last night?
Yes.
How'd you do?
Actually quite good. We were really drunk.
That helps your bowling game.
And, well, it did, I think. Well,
pretty good scores.
we did.
Well, do you remember?
I remember I came third and first. We played 2 games.
But, averaging of like 4 strikes a
4 strikes a game.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Didn't get any spares, but
No.
I got a lot of strikes.
Yeah. Which is better.
Legitimately one of the most frustrating games I think that you could play, because to me, I look at it and go, this is easy. I can do this. And then you start and you're like, oh, wait.
Yeah. You either have it or you don't, I think.
Yeah.
You either have a terrible game and you get 20 points, or you're just nailing it and you don't know where it's come from.
Right. Well, we had, the last time we went, I took my kids a couple weekends ago, and so we had one lane without the bumpers, one lane with the bumpers. Mm-hmm. So you take one game without, and then, when you need to feel good about yourself, you just hop over to the bumper lane, boop, 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 and then it knocks them all over. One of the things I noticed that you do on your Twitter, which I love, is you just, and I don't know if it's a ranking necessarily, but do you, when you're tweeting out songs, and like you number a song, like 265, and then you tweet, is that just a song that you're...
That's a song a day that I'm doing. It's also on my Instagram. I put the cover of it, and it's just a song that pops into my head and I listen to, and I think that's a good song from this band. But I don't ever double bands up, so it has to be one song, one band.
I like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow. So you're not going to repeat, like you had Wolf Alice, I think, last week.
Yeah.
With their new track. So you're not going to...
Can't go back to them. That's done now.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah.
That is challenging.
It's a lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure.
There's a Spotify playlist with all of them on as well, if you want to...
Oh, I have.
You can see that.
Well, because I get excited when it's a song that I like.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, this is a good one. And most of the time, it's either something that I have or know, and then now it's to the point where if I don't know it, then I'm like, oh, I got to find out what the heck he's talking about.
Exactly.
Talk about your tour mates here, Queens of the Stone Age. How long have you known them? And I've read that there's been some drinking that's happened between the bands, so I guess you guys get along okay.
Yeah, so we've known Schumann, the bass player, for probably the longest because his other band, Mini Mansions, we toured together a lot. But yeah, this whole tour we've been... it's really been like the first tour we've done opening up for another band where, like backstage or whatever, there's no such thing as dressing rooms really. Everyone's in and out of each other's, making each other drink tequila, and it's been very fun. And this is probably the most fun we've ever had on tour. It's just every night is wild and
chaotic.
It's inspiring for us to get to watch one of our favourite bands play, and get to drink with them, and the crowds for us as well have been amazing. It's like they completely get who we are and what we're doing.
Yeah.
And the venues are full every night when we walk on, so it's a win-win.
It's a perfect fit.
We should just keep doing it. Mm-hmm. This could be like a. We could just stay in the same venue and just have a residency.
Very good. Very good. I mean, maybe so.
It could be a musical at one point.
Tourist attraction.
Yeah.
A musical even.
Yeah.
That's nice. I like musicals. Some folks don't, but I do. One last serious question, then I'll let you guys go. So, last record you guys toured, 2.5 years. It was nuts. Like, every time that I saw another leg get announced or another tour that you were added to, I was like, I love these guys, but these poor guys, my God, I can't imagine how bad you want to sleep in your bed. When you finally got home, what did you do?
Sleep
right.
For a bit, yeah. I think that was our first experience of like having a post-tour come down, really, because those 2.5 years were life-changing for us, and yeah, it's not until you stop that you kind of have time to take it all in, I guess. So it's pretty intense to turn that tap off and go back to normality. But it was also the beginnings of how we made the next record, because you need to stop at some point.
And the break wasn't that long. Like, you guys didn't take a super long time before you started working again, right?
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like...
Where were you? Wish you were there.
But you'll do things different. I would assume this time around that you're probably going to try to, maybe not make it as long or give yourself some more rest, that kind of thing. Because I know last time you were just taking up, they were getting these great opportunities.
Yeah.
Of course you want to turn those down, but at some point, you guys are humans.
Yeah, it's great to be wanted, but, we took the time needed to make this record, and yeah, we'll continue to do that as we make records. Just there is no time, it's made up. We don't even have watches, so that helps.
Boy,
We're like a casino.
Gentlemen,
House always wins.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, St. Louis loves you. And we're so happy to have you back. And thank you so very much for your time.
Thanks,
It's
man.
great to see Royal Blood back in St. Louis.
Pleasure.
Thanks, guys.